famous professional wrestling from the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic region, Capital Wrestling.
1, 2, 3, and he's got him.
In a battle for wrestling supremacy, there can be only one victor. And for years, that victor has been the one above all, Anthony Gangone. The wrestling god has remained firmly ensconced at the top of the independent wrestling scene by using his divine expertise and faith of the capital citizens to propel him to victory. But all deities must remain vigilant to threats to their kingdom. And Gangone and the rest of the wrestling world has kept their eye on one man whose confidence may rival even Gangone's, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. A Gangone and MJF match has long been desired by citizens of the capital and has even drawn the ire of other competitors. Even Preston Quinn, understanding the potential Capital Wrestling Championship implications this match may have, did everything in his power to stop the first potential meeting. But these two star-crossed opponents have been destined to clash in the capital. Tonight, it's Friedman and Gangone.
Everyone, and you are watching Capital Wrestling, and I am here with one of the hottest free agents in professional wrestling today, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. How are you today?
I'm fantastic, but let's just try that out, okay? So I'm gonna do the intro instead because that was like okay, you know, like I'll give you like a 2, 2.5. I'm nicer than Meltzer. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or let's just assume poor because you're watching this programming, my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and yes, I'm better than you. I also happen to have 3 belts. I have the MCW Rage TV champion, the Rockstar Pro American LuchaCore champion, and the CZW World Wired Television champion. And do you know why that is, sweetheart?
Why is that?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You're so cute. It's because I'm better than you, and you know it. Tonight, it is me versus Anthony Gangone. Anthony, listen, you're a nice guy. You're a sweet kid. You know, you're swell. But you're no MJF. I mean, let's face facts here. Plus, there's no belts on the line, so why am I even here? Why? I'll tell you why yet again. I'm really good at answering questions. It's because of this. These people paid me very well tonight to face you because you are not at my level. So Anthony Gangone, you're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you. And now you know it.
Capital Wrestling fans, you are now able to represent Capital Wrestling by wearing your own official Capital Wrestling t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. Whether or not you're royal, our royal blue t-shirt will show that you are loyal to the Capital. Order now for only $19.99 at ProWrestlingTees.com/Capital Wrestling.
Capital Wrestling. Tonight in the main event, Anthony Gangone, the wrestling god, against MJF. And MJF, you are an impressive athlete, and you had a lot of success in your career thus far. But that success has made you not hungry anymore. I learned a long time ago that you have to be hungry throughout your entire career, and I am starving. And tonight, I'm going to prove to you that I am better than you, and I know that for a fact. And eventually, I have my eyes on that Capital Wrestling Championship because that title belongs to me and nobody else.
Cut my music. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or by the looks of it, poor, my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I weigh 215 pounds. I am from Plainview, Long Island, and I would like to get this show on the road because, quite frankly, I I don't give a damn about any of your people's entertainment. All I care about is winning and getting the hell out of this trash hole that is Hoboken, New Jersey.
Wow.
Please announce my opponent, you scrawny, stupid nerd.
Well, if Maxwell Jacob Friedman's wrestling career doesn't work out, make a great ring announcer.
Or at least a tourist guide for Hoboken. I think that would be fine. I mean, he knows the area, obviously. It's an accurate description. I don't know if you've been around here. I mean, outside of the Capitol Arena here, it's not that great.
And his opponent,
making his way to the ring now, the well-traveled Anthony Gangone, multiple-time champion at House of Glory and other organizations on the Northeast. Singles, tag, I mean, he's done it all.
And of course, here in Capital Wrestling, defeated the Bo Show, Bo Crockett, on Capital Wrestling not too long ago.
Absolutely.
This is the first time that these two have ever faced off, and it is a hotly sought-after match that we are getting exclusively here at Capital Wrestling tonight.
I'll tell you this, a couple years from now, you're going to be seeing this at some other company, some other federation, whether it's WWE, whether it's Impact Wrestling, whether it's New Japan, but you're going to see it here first.
scheduled for one fall. Announcing first, as previously mentioned, from Plainview, Long Island, New York, at 215 pounds, he knows he's better than you, and you know it. Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
And the crowd, for some reason, not that thrilled with Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I guess their ears work, I can say that much.
Well, when you tell somebody you're better than them and they know it.
Yeah, but what if that's true, Steven? What's, you know?
We'll find out tonight.
Weighing at 180 pounds, from the mountain of divine madness, a man that wants you to know that he's better than MJF, and you know it! He is the wrestling god, Anthony Gangone!
Well,
A wrestling god.
so far the psychological war, 1-0 to Anthony Gangone. Taking advantage of the ring announcer, Michael Buckley, requests information. I guess Maxwell Jacob Friedman threw a glass of water in his face. Gangone actually gave him some information, so I guess that's one way to fight psychologically.
We are underway here on this edition of Capital Wrestling. A top prospect in any promotion he appears in, Maxwell Jacob Friedman has appeared in championship wrestling from Hollywood and CZW. He's all over the place.
Absolutely.
A multiple title winner.
Absolutely. I know he's had a couple, I can't say which companies, but there have been a couple companies interested. I mean, potentially a real big superstar, and I see a lot of upside for Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Calling himself, quote, Maxi 3 belts, bitch. Ooh. Some strong language.
That's a hell of a nickname, though.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. But starting off real strong.
But Gangone, a multiple champion in his own right, House of Glory, being the House of Glory World Champion and the Crown Jewel Champion.
The first person ever to do both at the same time.
Still working the crowd.
Look at the athleticism of these two.
And both of them and their athleticism ducked under.
That kick, if he hit it, could have been really bad, but Maxwell Jacob Friedman going to take a breather, and smartly so. You know how painful it is for Maxwell Jacob Friedman just to sit out there amongst these peons?
Peons or not, this is the Capital Wrestling faithful, and we are here in Hoboken
at the Capitol Auditorium for this matchup.
Some of them should be more faithful to a toothbrush if you ask me, but it doesn't matter. Maxwell Jacob Friedman taking his time, getting in the ring, trying to slow things down to his pace, trying to hush the audience up a little bit to his pace, to more of his liking.
Of course, this match brought to you by the Last Mark Standing podcast.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Wanting a handshake.
This is a bit unorthodox. Is he trying to convince the crowd or himself?
Anthony Gangone, a god.
A god of wrestling.
That's true.
Did not work. Looked to sucker punch him. But the wrestling god, perhaps using his divine intervention,
Okay.
Shut your mouth!
Maxwell
trying
Jacob
to
Friedman.
appeal to the sympathy,
Using religious history to.
hoping that Gangone is a benevolent god. Across the face,
Well, God giveth with one hand and then slaps across the face with the other.
smoten is MJF by Gangone. Takedown, waistlock takedown.
God, apparently a very trained amateur wrestler.
Real bad start here, right, bud? Listen, I have a lot of money, okay? You know it, these people know it. Forget it.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman mentioning that he has a lot of money, maybe.
Trying to bribe. How do you bribe a god? What do you bribe a god with?
Frankincense, myrrh, I'm not sure. But laying the boots.
Many people in thumb to the eye there.
That's how you take out a god, apparently. Oh, into the post.
Into the post. Many people in the professional wrestling world consider this a dream match. They're top contenders for any single title that will come up in Capitol Wrestling in the future, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're both gunning for it. They're both gunning for that top spot. I mean, both, ironically, a similar mentality. I mean, they both have a god complex, to be quite honest.
This was a match that was supposed to happen before, but due to some outside interference, it never happened.
Well, we don't know that for sure. I mean, what are you alleging, Steven?
That the Pain Train Preston Quinn changed his flight.
Oh, yeah, no, that probably happened.
That probably happened.
Oh, yeah, no, that probably happened. But, I mean, smart move. He got himself a main event payday.
MJF
And
stalking Gangone on the
look at
outside.
this.
Putting that arm between that pole.
Now just wrenching the arm.
And everyone booing. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Stomping those fingers.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman quoting Edward G. Robinson. And just stomping away at the hands. Working now. Now he's going to start working over the hand of Anthony Gangone.
This match, of course, brought to you by the Last Mark Standing podcast. Listen every week as Damian and Trina the Marky Smart talk the world of wrestling, life, relationships, and more. Subscribe on iTunes or go to lastmarkstandingpodcast.com.
Capitol Wrestling fans, you are now able to represent Capitol Wrestling by wearing your own official Capitol Wrestling t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. Whether or not you're royal, our royal blue t-shirt will show that you are loyal to the Capitol. Order now for only $19.99 at ProWrestlingTees.com/Capitol Wrestling.
Capitol Wrestling returns October 14th to the Capitol Auditorium in Hoboken to determine who will become King of the Capitol as we crown the first ever Capitol Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. But that's not the only title up for grabs, as the colossal Mike Law takes on the NRA's own Bo Crockett. Will the champ retain, or will the prodigal son of the NRA capture his first gold in the Capitol? The King of Chaos comes to Capitol Wrestling October 14th. As the leader of the AOC, Logan Black looks to settle the score from our last event with the man simply known as Chuba. Coming off a controversial tag team gauntlet match, Matthew Ryan Shapiro and his New York Wreck-It crew take on the Perfect Strangers. Our main event features two matchups never seen before in Capitol Wrestling. First, the wrestling god Anthony Gangone looks to take a bite out of the bad apple inside the squared circle as he goes one-on-one with Matt McIntosh. In the other main event, the Concrete Rose Sunny Kiss, coming off an emotional victory over Paul Jourdain, takes on the champion of the 1%, Logan Easton LaRue. All this and more October 14th as Capitol Wrestling returns to the Capitol Auditorium in Hoboken. Get your tickets now at CapitolWrestling.com and come to the Capitol.
Those strikes to the stomach. Oof. Another chop to the chest.
And out of the ring, no. Friedman holds on. Collapse behind the head.
Ears.
Taking the equilibrium off. And an arm breaker. Pin, 1, 2. 2 count only.
Maxwell Friedman reminding the referee to count to 3 and to eat less carbs, apparently.
He must be so much better than him that he might wear the zebra shirt himself.
He could if he wanted to. If he wanted to be a referee, he'd be the best damn referee. But right now, he's trying to be the best damn wrestler in the world.
And right now, he is firmly in control as he puts the wrestling god on the top rope.
The strike by Gangone. Again,
arm wrenching.
Friedman working that left arm, the left hand, the shoulder, everything.
Twisting it, locking that wrist. And look how he grabs underneath the shoulder to try and put even more pressure to perhaps dislocate it as well.
But Gangone slapping his way out of that, chops.
Having no part of it. As the god climbs to the heavens, double knees.
And now a little bit of rest there for Anthony Gangone to just try to heal up that arm, but I don't know if the damage has already been done or not. He can't even go for the cover at the moment. He's in so much pain right now, Steven.
Both men exhausted here. Both men exhausted, trying to fight their way to a vertical base.
Friedman checking his teeth to make sure that his pearly whites are there. God forbid something happen.
God moonlights as a dentist.
Go for the clothesline.
Chop. And another.
One. But again, then back to that left arm.
Roll through, pulls him out, escape. Goes for the kick.
Neck breaker.
That jumping neck breaker.
And suddenly, Maxwell Jacob Friedman in a little bit of trouble here.
The House of Gangone in the house tonight here in Capitol Wrestling.
What a clothesline.
Clothesline, springboard, and MJF perhaps on Dream Street into the corner here, trying to compose himself.
He'd never buy a house on Dream Street. The property value's too low. Gangone.
Into the corner, missed. But Gangone smartly into the ring, springboard, tornado DDT, cover, 1, 2, 2 only. Shoulder was up.
Still favoring that arm, Anthony Gangone. Trying to find some way to take out Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Looking for it. Tried to get him up for Divine Madness. Rolls through. Went for the punch, springboard, no. Exploder suplex, MJF. Running knee. 1, 2. Two count only.
Somehow Gangone manages to kick out of that.
And the Wrestling God still in this one.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman trying to think of what he has to do to put Gangone away. The innovative offense of both of these gentlemen, but right now, Gangone catching the boot. A terrible play
Taking to his feet.
Oh,
rolling
no.
through, he's getting him up.
Perhaps
He's
a
got him
power
up.
bomb.
Fighting through it. Tried to go for it. On his feet. Punch to the face. Calling for it is Friedman. No! Pop-up power bomb. 1, 2. 2 count only.
Unbelievable. Friedman kicking out of that. And now
Friedman showing that in just 2 years' time, already learning the intangibles here.
smartly getting out of the ring to take a breather, perhaps. But I don't know if he's aware that Gangone is up, because this is a terrible position for him to be in.
The Wrestling God looking to press his advantage here, looking to fly perhaps through the middle rope into the chairs.
He's just finished setting those back up. Unbelievable.
Oh my God! Friedman on the outside. A heap.
Gangone moving heaven, earth, and chairs.
The crowd calling for one more. The Wrestling God looking to fly.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman moving out
And
of the way.
what
but
a
not.
kick! Tried to take his head off.
Now, unfortunately, now he's got to get him back in the ring, though. That's the problem.
Can't win this matchup outside the ring. You're absolutely right. Rolling him in.
Breaking the count here, but Gangone going to the top, thinking what he can do to put away Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Perhaps this is a mistake. Perhaps he should go for the cover immediately. But a Wrestling God looks to emphatically smite MJF.
Never question a Wrestling God.
Into the ropes goes the referee. And astute of Maxwell Jacob Friedman using the ref to hang up Gangone.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman slipped.
And
slipped.
down goes Gangone, trying to lock that arm into some sort of lock. I can't see
This
from
could
this
be
vantage
it.
point.
This could be it for Anthony Gangone.
Wrenching that shoulder. Gangone in a good position though. Rolls through
Putting it in, going for Anaconda Vice, or
with a bridge. He's got it.
hitting his stomach, but not tapping.
And Friedman
He's
is in
not
trouble
tapping.
here.
He's trying not to tap.
Rolls through. Goes for the arm bar. He's got it locked in. No.
But Gangone,
Gangone.
can he reach the ropes from there?
He can't fully extend that arm. Smartly pinning him up. Rolls through.
Oh.
Spit in the face. Disrespect. Went for sunset for the powerbomb. A pile driver. 1, 2. 2 count.
And Gangone somehow manages to kick out.
And the Wrestling God has 9 lives here as Gangone finds a way to kick out once again. What an incredible matchup we have tonight on Capital Wrestling Television.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman not getting what he wants, and that is not something he's used to. And now hopefully trying to do something, anything to put away the Wrestling God, Anthony Gangone.
Looking for it again, perhaps. Getting him up. Could it be? Divine Madness. Inverted GTS. 1, 2, 3.
Unbelievable.
What a fantastic matchup here as Anthony Gangone is victorious here. The Wrestling God overcoming MJF.
And the battle of two of the top free agents here. Gangone coming out on top, but I don't know if this is the last we're going to see, because Maxwell Jacob Friedman does not take losing lightly.
Of course, thank you for joining us for another episode of Capital Wrestling. I'm Stephen James. This has been Harry Tredanian. Come to the Capitol next time.
Thank you for visiting the Capitol.